I now have the great honor and privilege of introducing OSU's 2026 commencement speaker, Jade Carey.
Ready to go! Go Beavs!
We're so proud of Jade, a shining example of the holistic approach OSU takes to the development of student athletes. Jade is graduating today with the class of 2026 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Digital Communication Arts. I know all of us are excited to hear from her, so please join me in welcoming Jade Carey to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. And to the class of 2026, we made it. Standing up here today, I feel incredibly honored not only to speak to you, but stand with you as a fellow graduate. I know what it took to get here, the early mornings, the late nights, the pressure, the doubt, and all the moments you weren't sure you'd make it to this very day. But you did. I want to give a big thank you to the professors, coaches, staff, families, friends, and fellow classmates who supported us along the way. None of us got here alone. And I know for me, being able to be a balance, being a student and an athlete, pushed me in ways I never expected, but also shaped me into the person that I am today. When I first chose Oregon State, I thought I knew exactly what this experience was going to look like. I imagined being in the gym with my teammates every day, living in the dorms, going to class, and having that full college experience I had always pictured. But honestly, it didn't really look anything like that. What this place gave me instead was something I didn't even know I needed. It gave me a home, a village, a place that people believed in me and shaped me in ways I never saw coming. And I have a feeling that's something that a lot of you can understand too. There was a time in my journey where I was doing something that no one has done before, and not a lot of people thought were possible. I was training for the Olympics while also being a college student athlete right here at Oregon State University. On paper, it sounds exciting, which it was, but in reality, it was also very overwhelming. Most days, I would wake up early for morning training, spend multiple hours in the gym, and then go straight into schoolwork. Other days were spent traveling for competitions, studying in airports, and keeping up with classes online. It felt like there were never enough minutes in the day, and honestly, there were moments where I questioned if I could really do both, and not just do both, but excel in both. I remember thinking, am I capable of this, or am I going to have to choose one over the other? But I didn't want to choose. I had worked my entire life toward one dream, the Olympics. I had already gotten there once, but that was just a taste. I wanted to get there again, representing Oregon State. I had also made a commitment to be here, to be part of the gymnastics team, to grow as a student, and get the real college experience. So I decided to go all in on both dreams. That meant learning how to manage my time better, leaning on the people around me, and most importantly, learning how to trust myself. It wasn't perfect by any means. There were hard days, exhausting days, days where things didn't go the way I wanted them to. But most importantly, there were moments that changed me. Moments where I realized I was capable of more than I had given credit for. and moments I learned I was stronger than I thought. Eventually, the long days, the sacrifices, and the moments of doubt led to something very special. I got to live out a dream I had worked towards for years and become an Olympic champion as an OSU Beaver. Standing on the Olympic podium, becoming a 3-time Olympic medalist, I was able to realize something that will stick with me forever. Every moment of doubt, every early morning, every sacrifice, every setback, every time I wondered if I was doing enough, it was all a key part in my journey. It didn't just lead me to that moment, it made that moment even more special. What I understand even more clearly now is this: no dream like that happens alone. Oregon State has been a part of my life for over 11 years. I committed to be on the gymnastics team at just 15 years old. I was young, full of goals, and had absolutely no idea how much this place would become my home. This university and this gymnastics program means everything to me. Behind every moment, every competition, the Olympic Games, there was a village of people here at OSU that helped make it possible. My coaches, our athletic trainer, our director of operations, my teammates, our fans, my fellow students, Beaver Nation, and so many others who stepped in, went all in with me, supported me, and went above and beyond to get to me to my second Olympics. They helped me stay grounded, believe in myself, and encouraged me to keep going even on the hard days. It truly takes a village, and my village was here at OSU. Getting to finish my final year as a student assistant coach was one of the greatest gifts. I got to learn from the people who poured everything into me. I saw the sport from a new perspective and had the opportunity to give back to a program that means so much to me. It reminded me that success isn't just about what you achieve, but who you grow with and who walks with you every step of the way. So today, as we all step out into what comes next, I want to leave you with some lasting lessons or insights. One of the biggest, one I will carry for the rest of my life, is you don't have to take just one path. My journey didn't look like the typical one. In a sport where many athletes are homeschooled from a young age and trained twice a day, my parents were amazing at making sure I experienced a full and normal childhood. I went to public school, I spent time with my friends, and I grew up outside of the gym just as much as I did inside the gym. At times it might have looked like I was behind, but looking back, I wasn't behind. I was building something different. That experience taught me that success isn't about following someone else's path. It's about trusting your own. I encourage you to remember that there's no single path to success. Your path might curve, it might take longer than what you thought, and it might not look anything like the person sitting next to you. Sometimes the things that make your journey different are the things that will take you exactly where you are meant to go. You don't have to have everything figured out. Right now, there's a lot of pressure to know exactly what is next, to have a plan, to have a job lined up. But the truth is, it's okay if you don't. Another lesson I want to leave you with is that it's okay to fail and bounce back. I learned this on the world's biggest stage. I was at my first Olympic Games in Tokyo. I was considered a favorite to win the vault final, but things didn't go as planned, and I ended up in last place. It was one of those moments where everything you worked for feels like it just slipped through your hands. I remember standing there thinking, this isn't how this was supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to get last place. I hugged my dad crying and said, I didn't work so hard for this. All of the years of training, sacrifice, and believing in myself felt like it added up to nothing. I felt lost and unsure of what was to come next. But what I didn't realize at the time was that this wasn't where my story ended. It was my turning point. I think failure has a way of making you pause, reflect, and persevere. It forces you to dig deep. 24 hours later, I had the floor final. I didn't think I would be in a mental space to be able to compete in another Olympic final shortly after what had just happened. I had a conversation with my dad, and to sum it up, he said something to me that I will forever live by. He said, just because yesterday was your worst day doesn't mean today can't be your best day. I still had one more opportunity to get what I really wanted, an Olympic medal. I put what happened on vault behind me and decided to pour everything I had into ending my Olympic experience on a high note. And my dad was right. It became the best day of my life. I performed the floor routine of my life and became the Olympic champion, a feeling like no other. This experience became one of the most important parts of my journey. So when you face moments like that, which you will, remember this: it's okay to fail. It's okay to question your next move. What matters most is that you don't question your worth and you don't allow yourself to stay down. Get back up and keep going. Keep an open mind to what is ahead, because some of the best things in life come from the unexpected, from the moments where you take a chance, try something new, or step into something uncertain. In fact, another insider lesson is that you're more than just one identity. For a long time, I was known as just a gymnast, and I'm incredibly proud of that. But being here reminded me that I'm also a student, a teammate, a friend, and a person still growing every single day. And the same goes for all of you. You are more than your major, more than your GPA, and the job title you are about to have. You are allowed to change, and you are allowed to become someone completely different from who you thought you'd be when you first got here. That's not failure, that's pure growth. And finally, I'll leave you with this. The people around you matter more than you know. The classmates and teammates who push you, the friends who show up for you, the people who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. Those are the people who make the hard days bearable and the good days even more meaningful. And as we all go our separate ways after today, my hope is that we continue to build these kinds of relationships, that we support and celebrate each other, because no matter where life takes us, we all share something that connects us for life. I won't pretend that stepping out into this next chapter isn't a little scary or that I have it all figured out myself. We are leaving behind something familiar and stepping into a world that doesn't have a routine. But that is what also makes it so exciting. To the class of 2026, take time and define what success looks like for yourself. Discover what you are truly passionate about and take risks. Go after all of the things that excite you, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Trust that your hardest days can lead to some of your best days, and always keep showing up and keep dreaming. And wherever your path takes you, even if it looks nothing like you planned, trust that it's leading you exactly where you are meant to go. Congratulations, class of 2026, and as always, go Beavs!
Thank you, Jade. Your words resonate across Beaver Nation and inspire OSU graduates and all Oregonians to dream, to compete, and to embrace challenges on the greatest of stages at the highest levels of performance.
Let's go,